Hi, welcome back to our Sproutable Parent Q&A. We have a question from a parent who is concerned because when her children are with grandparents or when they are with other friends, often their parenting style doesn't align with the other grown-ups. And I've heard this question so many times, you are not alone. Like, what do I do when the grandparents are spoiling the kids? What's gonna happen? Are my kids gonna be ruined? And how do I talk to the other grown-ups? So first of all, this is what I love about positive discipline. And you can tell there's so many things I love about positive discipline. The more that we really sit in our own truth at home and we know what we're practicing at home and we've got the routines going and we're solution focused and really empower our kids to be capable and independent and we have really clear, consistent boundaries and limits, then that's all we need to worry about, because that means that we're growing the kinds of skills that they're going to need when they're out into the real world with real people, right? We want to give them the skills to say, actually, I'm not going to have that for breakfast because that makes my stomach feel really gross later and I want to have fun swimming. So I know for my kids, I could see the binge watching with the iPad when we would be at the grandparents' house, and it didn't matter what we said to the grandparents. It really was about empowering our own kids and really establishing a hard line from the beginning, saying, okay, we're gonna be here for 10 days. What is our rule around screen time? What is the routine? You decide if you're gonna be playing these games with Nana, then that is gonna be your show time. So you get to decide whether you wanna watch your show or whether you wanna be playing these video games with Nana. You decide. We're really looking at it from this long-term skill building perspective. And so we've got to give them that chance to practice it, right? We want our kids to do the right thing when nobody is looking. That being said, every once in a while, it is totally fine, of course, for them to deviate or for them to have a totally different experience. And in fact, you can use that to your advantage. You know, if they're having donuts every single day for breakfast and by 10 a.m. they're coming to you with a tummy ache, you can say, wow, let's think about this. What do we have for breakfast? I wonder if that's connected. So it just is, again, those opportunities for you to teach skills or to invite that reflection. And I do think, you know, when it's a grown-up that's coming to help you take care of your kids and it's not part of a routine or part of a schedule where they are taking care of your kids more full-time or more part-time on a regular basis, but they're just coming to babysit or you're just having that long weekend, then just be grateful. Say thank you. And this is a chance for you also to model your own connected and firm types of responses with those grown-ups. So one of my favorite concepts that Brene Brown talks about is this idea that resentment comes from a lack of boundaries. What are your hard no's? What's okay and what's not okay? And if there is something that's really important to you, then you've got to stand up for yourself in that way and communicate it. And that's a really nice way for you to model that for your kids too. I really appreciate this question because it's so common to all of us. And I think, you know, especially for me, given the fact that I'm a parent educator, I'm in this role, when I'm with other parents, I am really letting go of judgment and just knowing that everybody does the best they can with the skills they have. And so I just focus on modeling my own parenting style, my own skills, because honestly, the way that your kids behave is going to speak for itself. I just had this experience the other day when we were out at this big pizza party and my 2-year-old was having this like full on meltdown because the pizza had dropped on the ground and was like disgusting. I mean, definitely. I'm okay with a 2-second rule. This was like not the floor that you could have done the 2-second rule with. So I had immediately swapped it out and gave her the other crust, but of course she knew that was the other pizza that she wanted, and she just was on the floor. And I just immediately said, oh, come here. I want to whisper something in your ear. Come here. And she just kind of sobbing, put her ear up to me. And I just whispered, I love you so much. And that pizza is disgusting and you're not going to be able to eat it. But I have this whole other pizza that's going to taste just as yummy. And I'm going to hand it to you right now. And she just looked at me and took the pizza and started eating. And the other parents were like, what did you whisper in her ear? And so just modeling that, just doing your own thing, you know, privately. It doesn't have to be this big, like public display, but just really modeling for yourself the way that you want to be with your kids. And so maybe it will be helpful to the other grown-ups, and otherwise just say thank you, because likely the other grown-ups are going to be giving you some help with your kids too. So thank you so much for writing in. We really appreciate your questions. They're always so relevant and they help so many families. Real moments are learning moments.